Hello there, and welcome to day number 35 on the road to 2000 Rapid Elo. I am currently playing against somebody from Switzerland. Flag's a big plus. And we are playing a d4 opening. This move, Bishop g5 is interesting. I can play f6. Maybe this is like a bullet tactic. Try to get people to bite on playing some sort of e5 or e6. I don't know. But so f6 is a move. Um, and actually, it's kind of annoying now that I think about it. Let's see. I can just play knight here and then play h6, or I just play h6 right now. Why don't I play h6 right now? Let's just play h6. I don't see the downside to this move. And we don't have to play g5. We technically could. Um, I prefer maybe going knight f6 here. Let me think. Say g5, bishop here. You know what? Why not? Does this become too much of a threat? Not really. Let's play g5. And I'm going to play bishop g7, and I'm going to try to eye this pawn in the long term. Almost kind of like a Nimzo Larson, or no, sorry, not a Nimzo Larson, the King's Indian. I kind of make up the names of openings as I play. um, but yeah, this is a weird position, and I like that. I like trying different things. We're gonna probably play knight f6 here, maybe knight c6 instead. I don't know if I want to castle kingside with my pawns already moved up. Probably we can even push for this. Can I just play f5? Is f5 too crazy of a move? There is this check that comes in. F5 check. Maybe that's a little annoying. Let's think. I wonder, maybe I bring my knight out here, or because I'd like to move my f pawn ideally, but planting the knight on f6 stops that from happening. Um, Perhaps I could just play h5 right now. Is that too aggressive? Perhaps. Let's try it. It does stop the check that I was worried about, so now I can play this readily. And now we're going to play f5. My goodness, what a weird game this is. f5, trying to play knight f6. And we're just launching our pawns. I don't know. I'm pretty confident that this is not a theory in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how inaccurate I am playing. We'll find out later on. But, I'm already out of the gate, not familiar with the opening, so we're just trying some stuff here, having some fun. Okay, so this is the first big decision of the game. Do I take? Do I push? Or do I defend? I have three different options. I like playing e6 here, actually. E6 takes, queen takes, looks kind of annoying to deal with. So takes, queen takes, probably bishop f4, probably check. And yeah, this doesn't look too bad. You lose castling rights if that is what happens. So let's say here takes, queen takes. They cannot play bishop here. So let's say they play bishop here. No, they're not going to play bishop there. What will they do? So this way, takes, takes. They got to defend the bishop somehow. Maybe knight here. Still looks good for me though. I can just play h4. And then I could probably check here. I mean, I like this. Let's play e6. I just realized that technically I drop this pawn if I go for this line. But I don't really care about the pawn. Technically, I'd get this check afterwards as a follow-up, which looks pretty solid to me. Okay. What is happening here? So maybe now I'll play g4. Maybe I can add a defender to this pawn now. Yet another attacker. Maybe I can take. I didn't see this move at all. Didn't really consider it too much. What are they trying to do here? What if I push here, and then here, takes, takes, and then up after the knight moves? So here, bishop back. Here, takes, pawn takes. Knight has to move out of the way. No matter where it goes, I don't see a fantastic square for it, or at least not one that adds any pressure to my position. I can play this g3 move and send the bishop all the way back. And I got pawns on h4 and g3. That looks pretty good. Let's go for it. It's very possible I calculated this wrong, by the way. I'm tired. My brain's pretty fried. I had a full game, a full day of chess, second day of my classical tournament, and 4 games now out of the way, out of 7. It's going okay, but I'll tell you more about it in another video. So be sure, if you want to hear about my classical games, to subscribe to the channel. Look out for that content. We're going to switch it up from the regular Road to 2000 stuff. And also my rook's defended on h8, which is nice. I don't have to worry about, the pawn taking and opening up the position. Opponent's calculating quite a while here. Let's see what they're able to come up with. I don't know. I like this for me. Also, still no queen check now because my rook's covering on h5, which is nice. And I'm going to go with my plan later on of playing knight f6, most likely. Knight f6, knight e4 looks promising in the future. We don't want to blunt the bishop, so we're going to move the knight forward to either of these squares in the future, depending on which one is available, based on the sort of development of the game. Okay, so we're going with this. I'm trying to play a little faster. We've already calculated this stuff, so no need to bother too hard. Knight here's a move, but does it really do anything? Seriously? Not really. Not at all. It's a good way of trapping your knight, actually. Yeah, because the knight... Wow. Okay, but can't I win a pawn here for sure? Maybe not. So, I was thinking maybe takes, but then I don't want to hang this pawn, so I'm going to play this way. Instead, is the knight threatening anything? Not that I can see, unless I'm blind. It's entirely possible. Sending the bishop backwards. Okay, but I can defend. Did they miss that? They did. Oh, I missed that. Whoopsies. Okay. Oh, that's my fault. Ay. Okay. Big whoopsies from me. Move the king out of the way, of course. Maybe I should calculate more, because now there's a queen check here, probably queen here, or knight here, and that saves everything. Hopefully they check. That would be good. They're probably going to just take the pawn, the bishop. I apologize. And yeah, now we're no better. We try to trade the queens. Do I want to trade the queens? Probably not. You can play this. I gotta think. I am not in a thinking mood. Okay, we're only down 1 pawn. It's not the end of the world. Let's see. What do I play here? This looks like a move. Not really a good one, though. Although there's a check afterwards. It's a little annoying. Perhaps I just try to trade the queens and play on. Knight here, knight here. Looks promising. Let's give it a go. He can pin my knight, but then I have this. Let's try this. He's going to get out. We're going to bring the king up. We're going to prepare for an endgame. See what we're able to do. I'm down to 4 minutes on the clock. I don't want to think too hard. And honestly, I'm okay with losing a game of chess at this rate. Not the end of the world. I am fatigued. I had a game, my second round game lasted 4 hours during my OTB tournament, so, pardon me if I'm a little bit fatigued. I missed that completely. Can I defend at all? Play here. Seems like the only move. And I don't see a great follow-up, so this defends the pawn. That's the threat. There's also no other checks for the queen right now. And then we can probably play knight c6 afterwards. Knight bc6 to drive the queen out. Also, the queen's really close to being trapped. Maybe we can try to trap the queen in the future. Unfortunately, the square is present, but it's still really hard to move it. Here, queen here, and then I wish I had another move. Should I try to trap the queen? Knight here, for example. Queen here, only move. Okay, no, we're probably gonna have to go this way. Or maybe I can try... Oh. Knight here. Queen here still. And then... I don't see it. We're gonna play faster. Okay. I mean, that's not what I would have played, but fair. Doesn't this just help me develop? Queen here, yeah. Okay, not there because of the check. Where should I go? Here, check. Is there a way to win for white? I don't see it. Probably is. And here. Maybe just knight here. Yeah, and we're going to try to put the king on c6 in the future. So knight here is what I'm thinking. This is complicated stuff. You can probably trade the queens. I really don't mind the queen trade. Anything that makes this less complicated. Okay, we'll not take. Here. Turning this. I really don't mind takes. Actually, I should probably mind. Oh, so much to consider. My idea is to go here and then check. Win the rook. But it's complicated. It's complicated, my friends. Pawn takes and I just move my king out of the way. I think that's fine. I think this is still okay. Here. I'm down to 2 minutes on the clock. Not great, obviously. We don't like losing on time. This rook is completely out of the game right now. Gotta fix that. Honestly, possible I go for a sack at some point just to open up my position. I mean, I'm not the one playing for anything right now, but here's annoying. They're going to bring the rook out. I feel like that's the right move. Knight takes. Well, at least I got him thinking. So here, maybe c6 instead of rushing. Probably c6 instead of rushing. I don't want to let the rook in. That would be too much a two-handled. Trying to find a win, probably. Okay. Okay, why does this feel wrong? Let's play knight d5 first. Right on the queen. Don't have too much time. We're also attacking this pawn. If they try to defend, it's probably bad for some reason. Give me a second and let me think about why. Okay, well, they're defending. Why did I think this was bad? Let's just defend as well. Let the bishop develop as well. Oh no, I'm trying to play real fast here. This knight's very annoying. I'd love to bring my bishop into the game. Okay. Let's play counterplay maybe. Queen here. Trying to go for checks. This is annoying. This, no. Here or in here? Which one walks into less ideas? Okay, I'm gonna lose on time probably. Let's go this way. I don't even know how this happened. It's a fun realization. Maybe I should have played. Maybe I should play here to try to go for this. Still, my rook is completely out of the game, by the way, which is obviously no bueno. At least they're starting to go down on time too. Here would be really annoying. I'm not entirely sure what I would do there. Maybe nothing. Maybe a waiting move. I'm struggling here. Probably queen here. Oh, they're taking the pawn. Okay, this gives me some time, which is nice. I like time. Time is money. Only difference is I own it. Like a stopwatch, let's stop time. Enjoy this moment, darling. Sorry, Pitbull. Could I play knight here? This is a pin. In the future, maybe. I'm gonna try to play king e7 just to stop the pawns from pushing forward. I should also probably try to play b6, bishop b7 at some point. Maybe no. Okay, well now there's no pin. Wait. Ooh. Takes here. No, it doesn't work. Man. Oh, it's so close. Okay, I'll go here. So many forks. Move this knight. Move this knight. Wait. Why doesn't it work? Oh, yeah, because knight takes. And then knight here, knight covers. Move a knight, please. Let me fork you. Let me fork you, and I will fork you until you learn to fork yourself. Yeah. That could be misconstrued, I just realized. So please don't take a recording or clip of that. And I'm posting it to YouTube. What am I saying? Okay, bishop here. I don't know, we're just trying for something. Let's go here now. He's gonna check, probably. I'll play back. He's gonna push. Oh, he takes. Interesting. I missed that. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to just play fast. After it takes, I'm going to check first, and then I'm going to play rook here. Most likely. Oh, what? What does this do? Oh, I see. Oh, that's a really nice mate. This is a mate. Oh, well, actually, no, it's not, but it's close to mate. Takes, knight here, takes, and then king here, and then this is mate. Probably. Yeah, it is. Oh, trading the queens. Interesting. Okay. Wait, what? I have time. Well, I'm not going to win. But maybe I'm going to play my hyperbole skills. Which are completely lacking. Oh, what a nice mate. Wait, what? That's a beautiful checkmate. Oh, the knight, the pawn, and the other pawn. Wait, that's crazy. Oh, wow. My opponent deserved that. Okay, let's take a look at the analysis, folks. All right, time to analyze. Let's see how this one played out. So we got d4, d5, and bishop g5, which I was not familiar with at all. This is the Levitsky Attack, according to chess.com. Here I played h6, which is one of the moves after bishop h4, g5 is playable, and here I'm supposed to play either c5, bishop g7, knight f6, pretty much anything that's normal and developing. Bishop g7 is totally fine here, which is what I did. And then here I decided to go a little crazy and play h5, and this already loses some advantage. The reason being that they could just play h4 and essentially, force kind of g4. If h4 takes, this is not good because the bishop is nice and safe now on h4. There's no pawn to control the g file, and they can maintain constant pressure against the queen. So h4 wasn't played, though they played h3 instead. And, this is still fine if I just play normally, but I decided to play f5 because, why not? The way to take advantage of this with white is apparently playing knight f3. So if knight f3, I probably would have looked at this and seen, okay, here maybe. But apparently now you play knight e5, and white is just much better. Although this is a little, yeah, I guess I can't ever play h4. If I play h4, then they just go bishop f4, and now their bishop's completely solid, and there's no way to threaten it out. Okay, very interesting. And just the e4 square, e5 square looks really nice for the knight. It's an outpost, and outposts generally are very good in chess. They're especially valuable the further into the game you go. But I played e6 here, trying to force the issue with letting them take the pawn. They decided to play knight f3. I didn't consider knight f3. It was a good move. It kind of stumped me. I played h4, bishop back, and then I played g4. My rationale is that after takes, I thought that this was good for me and that I could just play g3. What I missed is that after bishop takes, which is given a brilliant move. Okay, shout out to my opponent. Bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes. I thought I'm fine because I have bishop takes rook, but I just missed queen h5 check, which is always an idea, and it's why moving these pawns very early on in the game is not a great idea most of the time. You leave your king very vulnerable, and the opponent can take advantage of that very easily. Move my king out of the way. And honestly, there's not too much to see here. Just kind of played moves in a much worse position, and we'll go over the checkmating ideas, see if my opponent had any faster wins, but I don't think so. I was trying to make something happen. My opponent did see that, and which is why they played a rook here. But I was trying to make something happen with 94. Always watch out for forkable squares, but it was never going to work. I was considering queen takes. The fun thing is if queen takes and queen takes back, you have knight check, wins the queen back. But anyways, the knight takes, and it's just equal at the end of the day. Is it? Yeah, it's just equal. And by equal, I mean worse for me because they are up 2 pawns at this point. So that wouldn't have worked, although I was trying to force the issue there as well. Knight takes, bishop takes. Was blinking f8, which I did. Here, king g8. And yeah, there's a maiden 4 here. They didn't find it, but I mean, ultimately, this is beautiful. So just realizing the fact that my king has no moves on the f8 and d8 squares, and also the f7 square is blocked. So if you can just check with a knight on f6, you're blocking the only escape square, the d7 square, and it's a really nice win. That's a pretty mate. I don't know if I see that often at all. I don't think I've seen it before in any of my games. Maybe. I don't know. I've played a lot of games on chess.com, so I can't know for sure. But fun game. Good win for my opponent. Very well done. And, we're back down to 1714 ELO. So it seems like, I'm going to hover around the 1700s a little bit. But fingers crossed we'll get to 1800 by the end of the year. That's the goal. Perhaps sooner, perhaps later. You never know. But we're going to try our best to make sure that we win as many games as we can on the way. And, yeah, let's see what happens. Also, my tournament is about halfway done, more than halfway done. 4 games done out of 7. And if you want to hear more about how the tournament has been going, I'll post a video at the end of the tournament, or probably multiple videos actually, recapping the games that I've been playing. So keep an eye out for that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure to subscribe just so that you can know whenever I make a new upload. These rapid games that I'm playing, the road to that. Oof, I can't speak English anymore. I'm in Japan, so I blame the fact that I've been learning too much Japanese. But these Road to 2000 ELO games are going up every single day, so there's daily uploads and additional stuff with the tournament to come as well. So keep an eye out for it. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoyed the game. That was a really nice checkmate. Pretty cool. You wouldn't have seen that, and it's always fun to see a content creator lose every once in a while, right? Got to stay humble. But I'll catch you next time, and hope you're doing well. And take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.